Welcome to the Cells Soul Source podcast. I'm Jackie, a chiropractor, yogi, and Akashic reader. I'm here to activate healing in light workers of all kinds so that they can serve from an empowered place and fulfill their purpose with ease, awe, and wonder. I thought it would be great if today we could blow up some pain story narratives. When I started my career, the thinking was this tissue causes this pain. And just in the space of my career, things have evolved pretty quickly. And along came pain science, and we started to understand the depth of pain. And we realized that the level of your pain is not proportional to tissue damage. So the level of pain that you're feeling is not actually related to how much physical damage there is in the tissue. And what we realized that pain was a protector, and your brain played a huge role in this. Your brain is a predictor. So it receives all the input, all the information of the event. So say you sprained your ankle. It's taking in every little bit of information. And it's also using your history, your beliefs, your past experiences of an ankle sprain. And it's processing all of that information before it puts out a response. So there are loads of factors that influence the level, so the intensity of your response. And it goes even deeper than that. Your brain will put out a more intense response for longer if it believes you do not have the available resources to heal from this effectively. So you might think it's just a sprained ankle, but if you have been operating in a stress response for a long time, maybe you haven't been sleeping well. Maybe your nutrition has been all over the place for a while. Your brain is taking that information in and going, gosh, we don't have the resources available to heal from this. So we're going to double down on the pain and make sure that she doesn't move on that ankle, for example, for a little bit longer. Your brain also takes into account things like limiting beliefs. So I've had many patients over the years who say, oh, my back pain is hereditary. My mom had it, my grandmother had it. Your brain is using that information and going, oh, well, we don't believe that we can heal from this. And it's limiting your healing ability straight away. And we know that our physiology and our biology arranges itself around our thoughts. So that is a long way from this tissue causes this pain. But I'm going to invite you to a new edge. I'm going to invite you to stretch yourself even further when it comes to understanding pain. Everything starts in energy. Everything starts in energy first. So your higher self is the part of you that didn't incarnate in this lifetime. It is the part of you that can see the whole picture. It has all the information. It has all the resources. We just have our five senses, which are like little antenna picking up information. So we rely on the guidance and the wisdom of our higher self. If you choose, I choose every day. We let the wisdom of our higher self guide us, and it's guiding us through our energy bodies. It guides you through emotions. So the anger, the sadness, the resentment, the tears. It guides you through your energetic body. When you're feeling playful and mischievous, or you're feeling flat and lethargic. And it guides you through your physical body, through the sensations that you feel, the pain, the discomfort, the resistance, the stiffness. That's all feedback from your physical body, guided from your higher self. So before I carry on, I am in no way invalidating your pain. Pain can be scary. It can be traumatic. I know people that have had a shocking episode of pain and struggled with post-traumatic symptoms. So we are in no way invalidating your pain. What I'm asking you to do is become curious about your pain. So it takes us out of that adversarial energy of, oh, why did my body let me down? I'm weak, I'm vulnerable. How dare it do it to me now, because it always does it at the most inconvenient time. That's not random either. Your higher self is using this information and this communication network to keep you on track, to keep you on your highest timeline, and keep you moving forward in the direction of your purpose in this lifetime. So where it sends the pain and discomfort and the symptoms and the resistance and the stiffness is no coincidence. It's related to the part of you that feels under threat. It's related to something unprocessed, unresolved, often subconscious. So when you start to get into this work and you understand how the messaging and the communication and the feedback works, you can start to unpick what it might mean for you. And again, that takes you out of that adversarial energy and into collaboration. I notice that I'm feeling pain in my ankle. I notice that I'm feeling irritated in this moment. And instead of reaching for a painkiller to numb the pain away, now we go, I notice I have discomfort in my ankle. Which ankle is it? What could that be related to? And if you don't quite know the message in the body part yet, it can be helpful to see the part that's uncomfortable and turn it into a question. So for example, you've got gripes in your stomach. What is it that I can no longer stomach? Or a part of your foot hurts. What is it that I can no longer stand? And so you start to get curious. And once you tap into this internal guidance system, you'll be surprised at how much you can pick up yourself. Let me give you an example. You might find yourself in front of me and your shoulders are painful. Your higher self will have been giving you emotional signals. It will have been giving you the signals of anger or resentment. But because we didn't understand the communication system yet, we push straight through those. We noticed we felt resentment and we assumed it was the other person's fault and we carried on. But when we start to work more closely with this, we can notice that resentment and go, what is this reflecting for me? What is it that I'm not acknowledging in myself? And we can start to use that with some curiosity. And then your higher self would have thought, well, she missed those signs, so let's send her some energetic signs. Those are a little less subtle. And so you feel really, really tired. And instead of noticing that as feedback and going, what do I need to change here? We go, I'm really, really tired, so I need to push harder. Need to roll my sleeves up and just try harder. And then you land up in front of me and your shoulders are hurting because, this always makes me chuckle because I imagine your higher self up there going, she's missed the emotional things, she's missed the energetic things. The only option we've got left is to give her pain. Surely then she will become aware of what we're trying to say. And I'm saying she, and I'm using this example because this was me. I have done this too. I have pushed my way through all sorts of things and landed in all sorts of trouble. And that is my wish for you, is that you get to learn from my experience and not make the same mistakes that I did. So thankfully, if you're standing in front of me, you are not looking at your shoulders going, why do they hurt? You are not in any kind of victim energy. You've tried the self-care, you tried to change your pillows, you've been doing the stretches, you've used your gua sha tool. Fantastic. But that still didn't work. So you're in front of me asking the question, I know there's something here for me. I know I'm blocked somewhere. I can't quite put my finger on it. Can you help me unpick that? Wonderful. Yes, we can. And my mission is that everybody will be able to do this for themselves at some point. But until then, let me help you do it. So that is a long, long way from this tissue causes this pain. When you and your higher self start to work together using this feedback system, your body is literally a divination wand. It is that sensitive and that intelligent. It's a truth wand. It's a truth wand between you and your higher self. And that's why when you learn how to use this communication and this feedback, when you learn how to take the specific action that every energy body is asking you to take, you won't need anybody else. And how empowering is that? That we all get to be our own expert. Because this diet is not going to work for everybody. This exercise is not going to work for everybody. This talk therapy is not going to work for everybody. But this is how you start to discern what will work for you. So I will leave you with that so that you can try it on and see how it fits and see if you can approach your pain differently. Can you see your body and your symptoms completely differently? And when you do this, you'll notice that you soften straight away because you're not coming from the energy of force. You're coming from the energy of collaboration. Let me know how that lands for you. You can always DM me on Instagram. I'll leave my links below. But I look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast. I am rooting for you. We rise together. If you feel called, please rate and review. I'd really appreciate that.